Hey, good morning, everyone. Morning warm up. Today, I want to talk about how do you stay calm? How do you stay rational in times of stress, times of what we call crucial situations, right? And you know when they're going to happen, and or you don't, right? Sometimes you know when you're walking into one, and sometimes you don't know when you're walking into one. So, how do you maintain that sense of calm? Well, there's kind of five areas that I'm going to cover. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is choice. Your reaction is your choice. How you choose to react to things is decided by you. And so if you know there's going to be a situation, maybe you know those people in your life that trigger you, and you know you're going to go see them and they're going to trigger you and you always go off the handle. Well, what if before you got into that situation, you decided what kind of person you were going to be? You said, I'm going to make this choice right now as to the person that I'm going to be if this happens. And you think about that, right? And you think about that calm person that's going to not get triggered. So that's first. So the first one is, your reaction is your choice. The next one is conditioning. You know, you don't react the way you react because you decided that's what you're going to do. You were conditioned, and you were conditioned by people who modeled that, were role models for you. Maybe it was your parents, maybe it was friends, maybe it was family members, maybe it was a teacher, right, a mentor. But somebody modeled that type of response. I know growing up, my dad would always say to me, "Son, let's worry when there's something to worry about." And he modeled a very calm type of world, as did my mom. And it wasn't that they didn't have, high negative situations that occurred. They did, but it wasn't the norm. And so I ask yourself, maybe you need to dig into that and say, you know what, I did. I had some people that conditioned me to not respond properly, or to respond in a negative way, or to respond in high negative energy. And that's something that I need to get control over. The next one is, how many of you have calming routines? How many of you have routines that you run daily that get your state of mind in what we call low positive energy, so that when high anxiety situations happen, stressful situations happen, crucial situations happen, you're prepared to deal with it, right? Your brain is in a much more calm state, and awareness state and conscious state, to be able to make a decision that's going to benefit not just you, but benefit others. So do you have calm routines? So what are those? Well, morning routines, gratitudes, journaling, doing meditation type stuff, okay? The next one is this: don't catastrophize. And we hear this all the time. People say, that'll never happen. You always do that, right? This is ruining my life. And they go into this very helpless state. That's not a good place to be. I saw the other day somebody was saying the word crisis. I mean, think about the times we're in right now. Are they bad? Yes, they are bad. Could they get worse? Yeah, they could get worse. But when we start using words like crisis and devastation, and I don't want to be a Pollyanna and say, hey, you know what, everything's okay, don't worry about it. That's not the case. But the point of it is if we go to that state of catastrophe and helplessness, we're not capable of helping others. We're just not, because we can't see a way out. So think about that. Do you do those types of things? Have you ever been in an argument with somebody else and you say, well, you always, well, you never? That's not true. Nobody always does something and nobody never does anything. I mean, that's just not true. So, on occasion, or more often than not. I mean, think about ways that we talk, right, and words that we use. And then the last one is have a role model mindset. And what I mean by that is that people are watching you. You're conditioning somebody else. I'm a parent, I've got two kids. Guess what? I'm a role model. Do they see how I choose to react? And when you think about that too, you think about when we react in those negative ways, folks, it's energy. And energy has a positive and a negative side. You can still have high energy, but you can turn high negative into high positive. But are you role modeling that? Or are you role modeling that person that flies off the handle? Because that's what they're going to learn. That's what people are going to see. And then you're judged based on that. So keep that in mind. So again, if you think about it, what are the key things? Let's just go through real quick. Choice, right? You have a choice. Conditioning, what are you doing to look at how you were conditioned to respond the way you have been responding? What's your calm routine? Don't catastrophize. And then remember, you are a role model. All right, everybody. Hey, make it a great day. Be awesome to help somebody.